Hello, I'm BX and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft Xbox Updated Adventures Let's Play. This is a Let's Play where I've been playing through the various updates that have come out for Minecraft on the Xbox 60, building stuff, killing stuff, and of course destroying stuff. And in this particular episode, I'm going to be following a lot of requests from last week, which is to work on the massive castle up there. So yeah, I do have this massive castle that's technically on a hill, but because it's on a very tall peak of a hill, it's actually a floating castle in the middle of there. It's a cool enough idea that kind of darkens the entire world, so I do like it quite a bit, and I kind of lost motivation on it for a while, but a lot of you had requested I actually work on that, so that's what I'm going to be doing in today's episode. So please do like it if you do like it, and let's get straight into this, shall we? So I'm going to need a lot of stone bricks, and all the sort of stuff you need stone for. So basically, if you're wondering, I do have this big furnace room just for the occasion, full of stone in all these various bonuses. At least I've taken most of it out, and I also just over here in the chest room have like half a chest or so full of stone. So yeah, I'm going to be using mostly that. I shouldn't have to actually go. Yeah, I've got plenty of stone once you take a look at this, and then that should be enough to do something or other. I don't know how much 10 stacks is in terms of building. The thing about building is whenever you're like, oh yeah, 10 stacks, that's so much, that's more than enough for what I need, you'll always end up going there and be like, oh, actually, this is way too short, I need like 4 times this. And I reckon that will happen here, because 640, blocks of stone sounds like a lot, and then you really start to realize, oh, actually, it's not so much. So yeah, that's the thing I need to do. Also, the melon house is complete. You can look inside here. It's, kind of weird from the inside. I like that the sun goes in. It's also kind of uneven. I don't know how that happened, but it did. But yeah, besides that, I really do like this place, and it's going to be an amazing way to store sugarcane. Of course, though, I would say that. So let's bounce all the way up to this mountain, which is actually going to be a bit of a challenge, because the thing about this mountain is, like I said, the castle floats in the sky, so I've got to manage to get, through all the darkness, which means there's going to be zombies, creepers and whatnot, and because it's the daytime, there's going to be even more of them. But let's just hope that they don't attack me for now, or, in fact, that they haven't spawned, which is cool. And, yeah, let's head up here, and let's start work on the second part of the castle. So, right now, what I have, if you're wondering, and if you're wondering why the reason is that I actually stopped this, is, basically, I have the outer wall. So this is, this is how you keep the inside in, the outside out, and I kind of like the design I went for here. So if you look at it, it's it's like the half slab thing with it's basically 3 types of stone, but I think it blends quite well. But I didn't realize, because it's a castle of this scale, that's not enough to cut it. I would have had to gone a lot taller if I want to make it look reasonable, because it's it's maybe like 50 or 100 blocks long, but then it's like 6 blocks tall. So that doesn't work at all. What I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be making it so there's like an inner wall which is double, maybe triple as tall as the rest of this, and also adding like a front gate to this whole thing. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. But while we do all of this, let's start talking about what I've been up to this week, because that's a regular part of this whole Let's Play thingamajiggy. And if you don't know, I went to Brighton for the weekend, which is a seaside town in the UK. I don't know whether you can call it a seaside town, because it's a town in its own right, but it's also next to the sea, so there's all the sea stuff, but then there's also the town stuff. And yeah, it was pretty fun. I'm trying to work out what I'm doing here. Is that the same over here as over there? So this is 1, 2, 3 to the wall, and this is 1. Okay, that's right. So then we can go over here too. Then we can go over here too. Actually, no, this can't be right at all. Yeah, that's what I'll do actually. Okay, so I will talk more about what I've been up to this week after. So I think I'd have to go an extra block each way, which I really am not sure I like. Let's just go the 5th block there and the 5th block there. Except that, yeah, this seems way too close to the wall, in my opinion. Let's go 1 back, because bear in mind, look how big this entire area is. It means I've got to go a little bit further away from the wall. So we'll make this kind of the edge block here, and then we'll go 3 this way. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1 there. So this is still 2 from the wall on this side, but how did that just happen? But whatever. So I think actually with that, we'll take out this block and we'll just make it there, so it's 2 in between each one. That kind of works, and now these will be the inside columns, because this outside bit will be the wall that you can patrol and all that sort of stuff, but then the inside bit will be the actual castle. I don't know what's going in the actual castle, I don't know what real-world castles do there, but we can plan that as we go along. So then we'll also, follow the same pattern around here, go 2 blocks here, and then 3 blocks over here. Then 1, 2, and then 3. And there you go. This is kind of the outline of these towers here. These are going to be, like I said, a lot taller than these outside towers, maybe double, maybe triple. I don't know how it's going to look safe. And then we'll have these in each of the corners, because for some reason, I saw this a lot in games, at least when I played a lot of games. Stuff in like Oblivion, there'd always be castle walls where there'd be a lot of, people like manning the castle. And it does make a lot of sense, actually, because if you want to, like, do you want to keep the wall separate to the main thing, so you can have guys up here, you know, firing there, so I can be like, oh, there's an enemy over there, fire your arrows, or I can be like, oh, let's go through the walls and let's just keep them safe there, because a really cool thing I could do is if I can make some half slabs. I don't have any on me, but I do need to make some, so I'll make some half slabs just to show this point. But basically, if I have loads of half slab sized gaps in the wall, then it's kind of like you can see out them, they're like arrow slits, and it means that you can only shoot outside. Oh, I've got loads of slabs here, that's handy. But yeah, if I do something like, let me just show you what I'm talking about. So I'll just use, yeah, let's just use the silk touch one for now. If I have something like this here, it means that if I crouch, I can shoot anyone over there. So let's just fire an arrow over there, for instance. Okay, let's just fire an arrow over there, for instance. Okay, that's going to be hard to get back. But if you try to shoot from the outside in for that sort of angle, I know this is pointless because there's no one invading this castle in the sky, but if you want to shoot outside in at that angle, just, like, good luck doing that. I mean, I know it's possible, but the angling you're going to require is going to be so much more than inside out. So, yeah, if we just have a few of those slits, I'll probably make it out of cobblestone, because it might fit better. Or maybe I should use the stone slabs. I don't know. But yeah, I'll have a few of those slits in the wall so that, you know, for the theoretical invaders, I can be protected. I can only sleep at night. Well, let's just wait about 5 seconds. And now it's nighttime. So yeah, there's actually a really useful tip you can actually... so this is one I'm like going to try and pick up so I can teach you guys. But there's actually a pretty useful tip that will allow you to know exactly when you can sleep and when you can't. Like, there's a specific light level that you can sleep at, and I've been always trying to learn exactly what that is. Because Minecraft, there's always a pattern to even the most weirdly random of things in Minecraft, and you know, it's one of the things you can pick up on. Anyway, let's work on this wall a bit more, because that's the part of the castle that's most interesting. So I think we'll follow the wall along here. So this will just, yeah, I think that makes about sense, and then there'll be a second, like, kind of entrance to the main, like, the inside of the fort, whatever, you know, where my big, luxurious house full of gold and diamonds is. So we'll leave that about here, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll just continue it over here. And then when we get to the corner, we make sure we get the same measurements, and then we do that for all the corners. So it might seem redundant having 2 of these little circly things, but if I... Actually, you know what, yeah, I'll build this one up so I can actually show, because it does seem weird, but I think it'll actually make a lot of sense. And if it doesn't, then Toy Cat style of building, don't question it, and... Yeah, you know, if someone else has done it, that means you shouldn't do it. If it looks like it doesn't make sense, then that means it's the perfect Toy Cat style building. That's always been my logic, and it might just always have to be. So, yeah, let's keep on going around this thing. Gotta love just stacking yourself up. And, yeah, something I was actually thinking about, because I was watching a movie for the first time in, like, weeks, maybe months last month, because, you know, watching movies is like, or films, whatever you want to call them, is a serious, like, in time investment. Like, you have to have 2 hours of your life that you know are going to be free. And obviously, you know, since switching to full-time YouTube, I work really weird hours, and it means that it's kind of tricky. But yeah, the point I was just trying to make is I watched a movie for the first time in a while, and I was thinking to myself, because I did have a packet of crisps, whenever, you know, you're at a movie theater, or you're at a cinema, a movie theater, whatever you want to call it, like any place where you go to watch movies and you see someone who quietly tries to open a bag of crisps or something that requires a loud action, the loudest way to do it is always going to be to try and slowly open it. Do I have a crisp packet around? No, I don't. I did have one when I started the video, so it's clearly flown off. But yeah, you know, when you slowly make those crinkly noises, like, hopefully you can hear that. But if you do that tiny noise for like 20 seconds, that's going to annoy people way more than just, for instance. I mean, if that's the crisp opening sound. Or sorry, in America you call them potato chips, but you get the point. So yeah, that is something that I thought was just kind of interesting. So pro tip for the future, that, you know, it's also counterintuitive. Like, instead of the loudest way to open something is to try and open it quietly, which I just thought was pretty funny. But yeah, if you wonder what the movie I actually got around to watching was, it was The Usual Suspects. I've been thinking to myself, like, I watch a lot of movies just because I'm like, oh, that'll be fun. But I figure, let's go back and let's watch, like, a bunch of, like, important movies that people are going to be like, oh, yeah, that. Because this is one people crucify me for. But, like, for instance, I haven't watched... Raiders. I haven't watched any of the Indiana Jones films, and was like, no, Indiana Jones, the fridge, and I'm like, I don't understand any of what you're saying right now. So that's a good reason to do it. So okay, I think I'll go a lot taller than this, maybe like an extra 10 blocks up each way, but you get the basic idea of what this is going to look like on top. And now all I need to do is I'm going to have, like, these walls extend back a bit. So if I jump down here, just so I can show you here, I'm going to have these walls, like, extend over here. So, in fact, the walls now, instead of just being 2 blocks wide, will be something like 5 blocks wide by the time this is done. Over there, it's 4, I think. But yeah, you know, it'll be something like 4 or 5 blocks wide, so that way, you know, there is this extra space to protect yourself. I'll have some extra, you know, ways to protect the archers, because this is going to be the ultimate defense castle or something like that. Again, not that you need to have an ultimate defense in Minecraft, it's just something cool that I'm doing for the sake of doing. So, yeah, I do need to have, like, ladders or staircases up and down like I do right now, but hopefully the kind of vision is coming together for you right now. If it's not, let's actually just make that. Let's just cement these corners up here. You know, this to me, the cool thing about this is that I do get an amazing view of like all the different parts of my Minecraft world. So obviously from here on the 360, you can't see my I can't see my, what do you call it, I can't see my first, the other Let's Play house, so I can see the house over there, and the sugarcane farm, but I can't see my regular house from the Xbox One run distance. When we eventually upgrade, it's really cool, because I'll be able to see, you know, over there, I'll be able to see the house and the sky rail. Over there, I'll be able to see, you know, all the ice stuff, the snow biome, the village, you can even from here, just about see one of the other sky rails. From over there, I'll see the massive cobblestone cube, which, by the way, from this angle, looks way, way cooler, and, yeah, it'll just be really cool, because, you know, this is going to be like the safe place for when there's invasions or something like that. I don't know, medieval Minecraft, totally a thing. In fact, I think while I'm doing this, like, I should probably be in the natural texture pack or the fancy texture pack, just to kind of fit the ridiculous idea I'm going for. But yeah, okay, so this is what I'm going for, the corners here. Hopefully this makes a bit of sense. So you can see it's got like a lot of space to jump around on. I'll have some way for protection or something, but again, not really important. The look is what we're going for just right now. And yeah, we need to follow this kind of round and do it for each side. So another important thing is to make sure the place stays lit up, so we'll definitely pay extra attention to that. We'll just place a torch there just in case, and yeah, let's do this. So now we'll whip out some more stone bricks, and we'll follow this along here. So let's just quickly make sure we do this on the same block. It's on the corner just after this, so it would be in this case over here. So now we'll just follow this along. Oops, that block was an accidental one. But yeah, so this inside place will be the actual, you know, inside place, and the rest is going to be the fortifications. So I do think that needs to be maybe 3-4 blocks taller. But that's a decent start right there. And now, yeah, we've got this exact same issue of how we do this corner. I'm just going to, like, learn how to do this. So bear in mind, I do have these walls here. I just go 1, 2, 3. No, wait. 1, 2. Okay, there's 2 blocks, and then there's the extra one. So that just about makes sense to me, actually. So if we go over here, we have these blocks, then we have 1, and then 2, and then there's going to be a block there, and then we have 1, and then 2, and then there's a block there, and yeah, this just about makes the sense, I think, because, wait, oh, but this has gone way too far, that's what's happened. I was like, how does that even make sense? So then we have the blocks over here, which is 1, 2, 3, and then, yeah, there's this here, actually. I got it perfect, never mind. Then we have a block there, and then we have the lengthwise thing over here, I think. We can actually just stare at it right there, and then we have 2 blocks there, and then there's got this, and the house gets itself made, so that's always pretty cool. But yeah, I think it because I like a lot of people when they talk about films like, oh, this classic film or that classic film, it'd be cool if I just could know them all, because stuff like Fight Club or there's a bunch of really important ones. Once you watch them, you're like, that's really cool, and you can't really explain to someone who hasn't watched, again, say Fight Club, why it's such an important movie or something like that. I think that's a good example, because I'm literally right in this video. I can't say why that movie is good without spoiling it to you, and that's kind of a thing that happens with some stuff. It's like there's a lot of games that are the same way. Like you have to just kind of play the game to understand why the game's good, and I hate a lot of stuff that is like that, but it's kind of true. Speaking of playing games, actually, I was thinking to myself the other day, like games like World of Warcraft got big during. So MMOs existed as I was a child, and they got big as I grew up. So, you know, when I was growing up, like, people would always be like, oh yeah, World of Warcraft, there's that campaign with Snoop Dogg, or there was some ridiculous campaign to get some gold or something. And, yeah, that was World of Warcraft and whatnot. And something I've kind of realized, which is kind of funny, is the World of Warcraft, like, has probably ruined more lives than a lot, like, because, you know, when you get into World of Warcraft, if you want to be good at that game, this is the reason I've never been able to do it. You have to really invest your all into it. Like, you have to be like, oh yeah, willing to raid for this many hours. Did I do this wrong? Oh no, I did that. I did this wall here wrong. Because this is, yeah, I see what I did. You know, actually, I like this over here better than that over there. So I'm actually just going to readjust all of these blocks here. So this, yeah, this makes sense, but I've done this. This line here is wrong. All the other lines are right. But yeah, to go back to what I was saying. what I thought was just kind of funny is that, well, not funny, but like kind of interesting, that like more people have ruined their lives from World of Warcraft because they're like, oh yeah, we'll just do that, and you know, because you can't holding down a real world life and doing that, it's kind of tricky, and it's like. I wonder if there's any like argument behind saying stuff like World of Warcraft should be banned. Like it's kind of the same argument as a lot of like, I don't know, let's say drugs or something. Like a lot of people agree they're bad, so let's not all do them. And I just thought that was an interesting little comparison. Anyway, let's go back to talking about this little castle right here. So yeah, I don't know honestly. Like like when it comes to castles, I have been to real life castles. But because I'm like, whenever I picture a castle in terms of building something like this, I'm always picturing a video game castle. Because real life castles, there's so much like variance in them. Like, I have a castle in my like local town, or at least I think it used to be a castle. But there's a castle in my town, and it's like, oh, this looks like that, and you make your assumption based on the castle you know. Whereas video game castles, I don't know how they all got the same idea, but they all look vaguely similar. Even if you think of something like. So, you know, the games I have in my head are stuff like, you know, Oblivion, and then you compare that to, like, The Witcher 3, and they're reasonably similar. Also, have you noticed how when it's getting dark, these walls go slightly purple? Like, I guess it's because they're stone, and that's... It's really strange to look at. It's like, I know it's something to do with the lighting, but it's something I've never truly drawn up on. I guess because between light grey and dark grey, there's this weird pink... I don't know what's going on there, but it's worrying me. It's happening everywhere now. Let's go to sleep quickly. So yeah, I guess that's just something that happens with this. So, if we go to sleep one more time, let's see if we can work out exactly when to go to sleep. So I reckon you can see all the levels go slightly darker. Actually, we're at maximum dark levels, so now. Nope, we're wrong. Okay, how do we work this out? I'm going to stare at this wall. I'm going to see what changes. There we go. Wait, something just changed. Now we can go to sleep. Yep. Okay, so... I saw it happen, like, because the whole world suddenly gets darker all at once, and that was really interesting. So, I guess try and look out for that. If you want to learn before I can use it in a video, then I guess feel free to do that. But yeah, I'm going to try and learn exactly, like, some useful tips to point that out, because if I can't do it right now based on knowing roughly how it works, you know, without knowing anything, it's going to be really tricky. So, yeah, we can have these walls right here. What I reckon will also be cool is at the front here, I'll have like a drawbridge that's just in the down position. Because obviously, having a piston drawbridge is more complexity than... I don't know if that's even possible to have it look like a real drawbridge. But what I figured would be interesting is if... yeah, we had a drawbridge that's just down, so it feels like I'm always coming into a fancy castle. Or something along those lines. So, yeah, let's just place these blocks right here so you can see... The inner castle's forming pretty well. I am going to need a lot of stone, because I brought, like, all of my stone reserves, I think, and I've got 3 stacks left, which is, you know, I think, you know, it's more than I think we get out of this, but considering we have to make all of these a lot higher, it's going to add up pretty easily. That much is for sure, so let's do the same thing here. 1, 2, and then block, and then block, and then 1, 2, 3. And boom, we've got ourselves our thing going on here. So, I think with the placement of these last few blocks, assuming I actually get this right, so we need to make another few bits of stone. Manual crafting has been something I've been trying out a lot and having a lot of fun with recently. Because I feel as though it'll make you a better player, like when you head onto other platforms, or even if you're just playing on the 360. Again, I might be spoiling a future video, but I think there's a lot of things that manual crafting can do that you can't actually, or classic crafting, that you can't actually do with other types of crafting. I think it's interesting and weird that it works that way, but it's something worth bearing in mind. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's go ahead and... Wait, this block shouldn't be there. No, it shouldn't. So the next goal we need to work on now, this will probably be between episodes, so you'll see it in some cool background gameplay, but the next thing we need to work on now, actually, is to, I guess, raise up all these walls, because we need these walls to be the same level as this, and we need that, or that to be higher, and then for it to go around here. So we're going to need a bunch of stone. Fortunately, I have a silk touch pickaxe, and I have a lot of stone I need to break, so I figure, rather than, you know, going through the effort of doing this, then smelting it, we could actually just take the silk touch pickaxe. So one sec again. So, sorry, yeah, but basically what we need to do is, down in the mines, like where I'm just making that massive flat land, getting rid of the stone, I reckon if I just silk touch it instead, that'd be pretty cool. So, yeah, this is a big goal I need to work on, as well as all these little things, but that's another decoration I'll work on later. Let's focus on this drawbridge, shall we? So let's just give it a very basic try right now. I'm reckoning we just go, like, let's make up a number. 6 blocks out. Okay, like so. I'm actually going to cut off the main staircase up here, so that's something we'll just have to deal with for now. We'll just use this wood like so, and then we'll have fences. I think fences are the closest thing we can get to, like, a string? Is that what they use in real life? Like string or rope or something? And yeah, it'll look like there is just rope tying this bridge up and down. So if we attach it to the thing there, so how do you make fences? See, this is one of those cool things. I've got to work out how. I think it's 6. Is it just 6 sticks? No, it's not 6 sticks. I think they changed it to use wood recently. So let's give this a try. So let's just put this there, and then let's split this stack into 3. And yep, that's fences. So we're gonna need a bit more than that. So if we split these there, we'll actually get quite a few fences. Okay, that's all the wood gone, but screw it. That should be enough fences, hopefully. What we can do now is we can make it so it goes from like here and then upper level, and then here and yeah, and so on and so forth. Basically, we need to jump on top of this to actually. Yeah, let's jump on top of our roof so we can actually do this, because I reckon this is probably the best way to do it. Because it's not going to look amazing, but it will, if you actually surround it with a moat that needs to have a drawbridge, it'll at least look like something. So let's jump down on top of this. Very, very handy thing you can do. And then bounce. Because if you don't know, this is one of the basic things in Minecraft, but fences are actually 1.5 blocks tall, even though they look like half blocks. So we then place block there and there. So now, if we jump down and give this a look, yeah, I kind of like it. I mean, I wish these didn't stick out so much, but the basic look is there. And let's just do the second one, and then we'll see. You can actually stand inside a fence block, but not on top of it like this, because as soon as you go out, you can't get back in. So let's run back to the top. Let's put that there, and let's see what happens. So bouncing, 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 bouncing. Okay, so now what we can do is, we're gonna make a jump all the way to there. Okay, so now we do the same. I'm impressed I made that. I really should have just had more blocks to jump onto. But yeah, now we'll just do the same over here. We'll have a few fences left over, so we can have a fence party when we're done. But now this should, if we did what we just did right, it looks different. Okay, no, there we go. Place 2 blocks there, and there, this is the drawbridge. Let's look at it from somewhere else. Over here, for instance, let's eat some potato as we do so. As you can see, I think it does look slightly strangely out of place. Like, I think, yeah, I don't know, there's something slightly off about, I guess, the scale, but I do actually like how that looks in general. I think from this angle might be the worst one, so if we get on top of that hill, it might look better. And you can see those having those main towers stick out. I think that makes the walls, like, it looks more significant. So those are probably going to have to clash with the sky, which is going to be kind of painful. Maybe I'll just go all the way up to above sky, or maybe the sky limit's like 50 away. It's hard to really tell, like, how far away the clouds are. Actually, no, I can definitely tell they're pretty close to me. But yeah, I think from here the drawbridge looks a lot better. It looks kind of welcoming, to be honest. So I'll work out some proper way to walk over to that thing, and how to have a floating moat. Oh wait, you can have water blocks float in the air as long as you do something or other. Maybe I'll do that actually, because that would be pretty cool. Yeah, we'll work on something. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy this episode of the Minecraft Xbox Updated Adventures Let's Play. If you did, please do like it and let me know. It helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like it. Otherwise, you can share it if you really like it. That's a great way to let people know about the channel. And other than that, subscribe if you're new around here, because I make Let's Plays like this every single Monday. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.